Hi, my name is Cindy Rang.
I'm Brianna Motzkus, and today's FabriChat.
Good morning. All right, well, once again, here we are.
I didn't seem like it's been that long ago that we were here.
I know, but you know what? I'm only going to be here this week and next week, and then who are you going to chat with?
I don't know. I'll have to bring Tracy once. I don't know if I can take Harper. Oh. I know she's mine, but it's because she's mine that not sure that's gonna work. I don't know.
I'll have to have some, and also we're hoping to do some live stuff. I don't know if we can do like a split screen thing.
Yeah, we did it last time. Where were you when I was home? We did it.
I don't remember how we did it. That is beyond my technical ability. So you let me know how that will work, and maybe we can figure that out.
I'll try to figure out how I did it last time.
We'll figure out, because I think it is fun to sit and have coffee with friends, and you know, I'm just going to be somewhere else,
right,
for 2 weeks.
I know. That's crazy.
But and I think that we talked about this last time too, the whole idea of people that are, you know, looking forward to it. But we must have mentioned it last time because so many of you guys said, you know, I think we get an average of 70 comments per per video, and a lot of them say the same thing. It's like, oh yeah, I just want to sit and hang out with you, and the only reason I watch box opening is to see what you guys are going to talk about. And you know, there are still the occasional ones. I think we got one on Sunday that, what is this? I know. What is happening?
I don't know.
Like, oh, sorry.
You're new here.
Yeah. But anyway, the other thing that I wanted to mention is that I think the other thing is that you really can't miss an episode. I
think so. I think it definitely evolves off one, and it might not. Well, why are you talking about a squirrel? What is that? You know?
Yeah.
4 weeks ago we started it, and it's just still, you know. Yeah, I agree.
It's just like conversations with friends, though. Yeah. Because that's how it works.
The last time you chatted, we were talking about.
Oh, and how did that go? And you know, did you find, you know, whatever. I mean, you kind of continue that whole conversation. Yeah. In fact, this morning I got a text from Janine Madewell. She says, "Look what I saw outside my window," and it was a picture of a squirrel. Tell him to run.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, so I think it is just those things, that familiarity that you have with friends when you're discussing things. And so understanding that,
questions
from viewers like you.
Fun.
Our very good friend, Jill Chamberlain. We like her. Jill, with the bras. Side note.
Yeah, I went shopping on Shapement. Whatever it's called.
Shapement.
Love them. So it is bras for us well-endowed ladies. They are fantastic. There is no underwire. I fight with an underwire all the time. And the best of the bras, it doesn't always work. And I do have a few Victoria's Secret bras that I really like, but still sometimes that underwire just, But it is like full coverage from all this goodness all the way down. It hides all of that, you know, Mama Jiggle is fantastic. I bought 3. Yeah. Yeah, I love them.
She even came in the next day and she like even lifted her shirt.
I was like, Mom, I'm going to flash you. Look at
all these things. Look at, you know.
Love it.
It was good. So it was funny. If you remember, we were talking at Christmas when we were showing you Brianna's Christmas gifts from her kids.
Harper wanted to buy me one.
Harper wanted to buy her a bra really bad because she thought Mom needed one. It's like, oh, that is not something somebody can buy for you. Yeah. And our friend Jill emailed and said,
try it out.
Try these. Because
I do really like it.
For Jill being such a good friend. Yes. I don't know what she looks like, but I'm assuming she's well endowed because you must know about things like that.
And even with no underwire, it feels almost as if you're wearing a sports bra, you know, but it has the support of a wire
that you need.
It is, it is
Shapement.
Shapement, I think that's right. If not, I'll put the text on the bottom for you to. Super good.
So super good advice. So, and in other news from our friend Jill Chamberlain. She says, so we were talking about this the other day, that we had found in our cleanings, we had found these
yellow and green
rayon scarves that are lovely, that were originally $16.99. I don't know what we're selling them for, but dollars, you know, pennies. And that they're all beautiful, but for some reason this one did not sell as well, and we thought it was because we called it Puse. And a whole bevy of conversations about whether or not this is really Puse. And I just want to pause for just a moment and say that we've talked about Thelma a bunch. Thelma was our very first employee. I mean, besides Brianna and I, the very first person that we hired to work here. Thelma passed away a few years ago, but Thelma, wonderful woman, just an amazing quilter, but she was also an artist. She also painted, she did watercolors. She was the one who taught all of our fabric dyeing classes, and she taught batik classes and color resistant, all of this stuff. And she, all the time, I can still hear her voice in my head all the time. She would wander around the store, and you'd never hear her say brown, pink, green. Never. She would
It'd
say,
be
this is sienna, yes. This is ochre. This is puce. You know, she would use these words all the time, and it's like, and
Not
at
simple
first,
colors.
No.
Not from the crayon box.
She would never say it's a greenish yellow. She would never say that. She would say whatever the word was, and we believed her, and we know all of those words. Thelma would say this was puce. That being said, not everyone agrees.
No.
Jill Chamberlain says, when I looked it up on Google, the definition I got was a mix of purple and brown. It's a dark red color, or burnt sienna, or purplish brown. And she says, and by the way, puce is the French word for flea.
Just put that
Just
in there.
saying. It's just
like pouches for diaper.
And I thought, I know. Look at all the French we're learning.
I know.
We know the word
amazing.
for flea, and then we know the word for diaper.
Fantastic.
Pretty soon we will say we are bilingual. How much French do you know, Tracy?
Un peu.
Je
Oh,
I don't
she
know.
does a lot.
That was impressive.
That was good. I had no idea what she said.
Pleu? Is that what you said?
Just a little. Je parle un peu français.
She's not at our
A
level.
little bit.
She's far advanced from us.
Only from 9th and
Oh, from
10th grade.
9th and 10th grade.
Long time ago. I can
Well.
bake it.
Thank you.
Well, I don't know any of that. Well, I decided to look it up, and I thought, well, I want to see what it was. And what's kind of funny is that I don't remember what it was last time that we were looking at, but when you go to Wikipedia, what's really funny is the comments.
I know, because it's so
That's like the funniest thing.
ridiculous.
People are so weird. It's like, who are you? So I looked it up, and what I found is it says, and on big bold letters here, it says, what color is puce, and why do different people give radically different answers? Is it purple, or is it green? So there is a faction out there that feel like it's greenish or purplish. So it says, it seems like puce means two different colors depending upon where you live. I always thought puce was green. Then I saw on Wikipedia that it is purplish brown. Further research tells me that it's generally regarded as purplish brown in the United States, whereas Europeans think of intense shades of green when they hear the word, because the etymology relates to fleas and the color of their blood-stained droppings.
Gross.
Really
Super
bad.
gross.
Really bad. So, again, I think it's my duty to share with you some of the comments, which I think are really fun. So, Peggy from Oberlin Interiors says, Puce, let's boycott this color.
Okay.
Just makes me think of a millennial. That's it, I've had it. I've had it with you.
Yeah.
This one is funny. This one says, this is from somebody named Jay. He or she says, this is why we should all use HTML color codes and forget these confusing words to describe colors. If you just said FE63E9, we would all know exactly what you mean.
Yeah. Like looking through a pillow. I see it.
I know exactly what that is. Not to be confused with FE63EF. So, and then this one, which was funny, I feel like this person, who is this person's name? Hanel. I feel like we could be friends. She says, well, I haven't been able to find anything definitive regarding the word, but I have found the origin of the shades of green. Very fascinating articles explicitly detailing its history.
And left lane. We veered. Wait, what? Love the color green. What is this Puse we talking about?
I know. Wait, that wasn't what we were talking about.
Yeah. She'll fit right in.
I feel like I could have a conversation with her. That would go really well. And then, then I went down to, oh, this one was fun. Abdul says, Puse is pink, not yellow.
She's the only one that thinks that.
I don't know.
No one said it was yellow.
There's moaning. So then finally I found Merriam-Webster's definition of Puse. Here it is, in writing by, I would say, the expert.
The Webster Dictionary. Yeah.
Webster Dictionary. Can't argue with that. You got Webster Dictionary or Wikipedia. Which one are you going to choose?
Dictionary.
Webster.
For sure.
Right?
For sure. Right from the library.
Jill, here it is. Puse. Okay, she was right. A dark red color that is yellower and less strong than cranberry, paler and slightly yellower than the average garnet, bluer, less strong and slightly lighter than pomegranate, and bluer and paler than your average wine.
I now just have the a little watercoloring palette in front of me. That's all I saw. I got nothing.
What?
I got nothing. I mixed nothing in my head.
Yeah, I don't know.
You must be like a mix of all the colors on the quilt behind you.
That makes brown.
Like, come on. So this is going to be called greenish yellow or yellow green. That's what it is. All right. Okay, let's see. And then what was the other thing? I had a couple other little viewer comments things before we get to people want to talk about retreats. But before we talk about that. So this was just really, really nice. Suze Mays, she is a good friend of ours also. She helps out every year with the bra auction.
Yep.
And she's done a bunch of nice things for us. And she has a friend. So it is kind of nice because we talk a lot, but and she calls it our universal prayer chain, which I think is nice because so many of us are devout and, happy to, put a word up there for somebody who matters. And so so Suze has a friend whose name is Geraldine. Mm-hmm. And she just said, so she was talking about other stuff, kind of a fun little email. And then she says, but I have a favor to ask. I have a friend who had a very bad fall that necessitated a lengthy surgery. She just had a second surgery because the first one didn't go very well. And I was just wondering, would you please put her on your universal prayer chain? So absolutely. So little shout out. So this is for Geraldine. So if you have I always kind of like
love.
I know. And I always kind of like that, when you think about it and just sit and, think about that person and just a little, a word upstairs. So kind of a nice thing. So anyway, so Suze, there you go. Geraldine, add her to your prayer list. And, maybe we'll pause for a moment because that's also, we had started this with Harper. Mm-hmm. And just a quick little update with Harper. And we don't have any other new news of any kind. And again, the big thing that they're requesting, they're loving all of the boxes and cards that are coming in. That makes everybody happy. Mm-hmm. But there's happiness and then there's prayer. Mm-hmm. So they're really hoping for that. And the other thing that was kind of important, and a couple people mentioned this, and I don't know why we didn't really think about this, but it's that idea of being a donor.
Oh, yeah. I'm a donor on my license plate.
I have that on my license too, and I think if you've not yet filled out that paperwork, but I think that most importantly, nobody's going to necessarily pull that out. Make sure your family knows. Yeah. Make sure your family absolutely knows what your wishes are, and that's something that you're willing to do, because I think, I don't know if I told you yet, but Dad, a friend of his at work passed away over the weekend, 42 years old. Young man died suddenly of a brain aneurysm, has a couple kids at home. Okay. He was in the hospital and then they decided to turn everything off. And I don't know, it seemed unkind, but my first comment was, oh my gosh, was he a donor?
Yeah.
Not that I wasn't, horrified, and worrying about his children and everything, but I think what happens is at that time, the wife, the kid, no one's going to think about it. No one's gonna, you are so enveloped in your grief that you're not gonna, oh, I wonder if we can help somebody else right now.
Right.
I mean, it just doesn't even come to your mind. And so I think that if you can just make sure that your family knows what your wishes are, and with everybody else, just to make it easier, because then they have teams in place that'll come immediately and take care of things for you. But anyway, a couple people had mentioned that maybe it's time for a little donor drive and have people just mention those sorts of things.
And even if you're someone who's doesn't want to do that, I'll just go give blood sometimes.
Yeah.
Just going into setting up a nurse visit, say, hey, I just want to donate some blood. I'm healthy, not sick, all that jazz. They'll have some basic questions for you. And then just, give a little bit of blood. That helps too. Whether it's from a car accident or whatever might be happening. In just your local area, it'll help someone that, could live down the road from you.
Right. That is exactly right. So, prayers for Harper, organ donation, think about those things. And then, this lovely letter. This was kind of fun. So, I got this letter from the West Pasco Quilters Guild.
Oh.
So I'm thinking as I get this and I start reading, and it says that we are planning our 2024 biennial quilt show, February 16th to the 18th. And I thought, oh, we'll have to make it down there. And then I thought for a minute, well, West Pasco, that's sort of weird because if you're from our area, you know the Tri-Cities.
Pasco.
We've got Kennewick, we've got Pasco, we've got Richland, we've got West Richland. But I've never heard of West Pasco before. And I thought, oh, look at you, Fancher Schmentzes. I think because there's West Richland, there could be a West Pasco. And I thought, well, good
if it's a quilt guild, Yeah,
I guess. So I thought, well, that's kind of fun. And so, I read about it, and they were saying that, this is what they were doing, and that it was kind of fun because this year, every other year, they do a kids program where they are really featuring kids quilts. And this year they have 25 entries.
Oh, wow.
And so they were asking for donations. I thought, absolutely, kids who quilt. And that's what I said to her. It's like, the only thing I like more than kids are kids who sew.
Yeah.
So that's really cool. So anyway, so I was kind of excited. And as I'm typing, I'm thinking, oh, and I'll say, gosh, maybe we'll even come down and take some pictures and share some pictures.
Of course.
So West Pasco is in Port Richey, Florida.
Oh, that's lots of ways. That's funny.
I'm not going to make it.
Not going to make it. I mean, it's probably real
Not
warm
gonna.
in West Pasco.
Yes. But. Dang it. So we are sending some stuff, and we certainly support you, but we won't be coming. But what I wanted to say is that anybody who's down there, so I don't know where Port Richey, Florida is, but it does say that it's at the, and this is the other thing too, when I was reading on the other page, it says at the New Port Richey, and I kind of thumbed through this for a minute, New Port Richey Recreation and Aquatic Center. And I remember thinking that too. There's an aquatic center in
Pasco?
We're on the river. I guess it makes sense, but Pasco isn't really on the river.
I mean, Freda has an aquatic center.
That's true. Anyway, that's where it is. It's at the Port Richey Recreation and Aquatic Center in New Port Richey, Florida. So I don't know why they're called the West Pasco Quilters Guild. But what I was thinking is that if we have anybody down there that wants to go to that, it is the February 16th through the 18th. It might be kind of fun to be like our, live action reporter on the streets, do a little video for us.
Because it's too early for quilt shows in our area.
It's too early for quilt shows. And, don't you think that all of us kind of live vicariously through each other?
Yes.
And, oh, show me the quilts you're making.
Yeah.
Oh, where did you go? Oh, I love watching, when you're somewhere doing something. So, anyway, that might be kind of fun. I would love to see kids' quilts.
Yeah.
I would love to see
cool.
that. So if anybody's down there, you want to venture on over there, take a little video with your iPhone, send it to email Brianna, ask her how to
message it to the FabriChat Facebook page.
Yeah.
That's the easiest way to get a video to me that I can share to everybody else.
Because sometimes if you try to text it, it'll say it's too long, and even sometimes when you try to email a file, it'll say it's too long.
But for some reason through Facebook Messenger, it's super easy.
Yeah. So anyway,
excited.
Stay tuned. Hopefully we have somebody in Florida near Port Richey. I have no idea where that is.
Who's headed for a quilt show.
Check this out.
Bye.
I think it'd be really good. and when I emailed this gal back and kind of talked to her for a little bit, she has twin 5-year-old boys.
Oh, she's busy.
That's what I wanted to say. It's like, oh, good for you. She's very busy. Okay, let's see. All right, so then, next on our list, let's talk for just a second about the retreats. So we have a little bit of a confession to make, and here's the deal. This is how this happens, is that every year for years, we have turned on the retreats for you to be able to sign up and pay for them at 8:30 in the morning on the 15th. We just picked the 15th. You know, maybe last year it was a Sunday, and maybe the year before that was a Saturday or whatever. I don't know. I assume that's kind of how it goes. And it seems like it's an okay thing just to always have it at the same time, so you know exactly when to expect it, and that makes sense. But here's what the problem is. The problem is that our webmaster here is a mother of 3 small children. So she's got to get a 6-year-old boy ready for school. She's got to get a 5-year-old girl ready for her day, and that means that she's going to change her clothes 3 times before she decides what she's going to wear.
And still wear a tank top and dead of winter.
Yes, and a tutu. And she has a baby. And her husband leaves for work at 7 o'clock in the morning, and you have to drive for 20 minutes to get everybody to school and to here and where she needs to go. So the idea of 8:30 in the morning, you know, waking up early or getting that done or stopping what you're doing at 8:30 to get that turned on, it's just, this year it was kind of not reasonable. And so we were talking on the phone, because in fact
we were on the phone at 11:50.
11:50.
Finishing.
Yes, at midnight, I looked on it, and then I called her back and said, you know, it's live. I can go there right now, and I can sign up for a retreat. And she says, yeah, but, you know, you'd have to find the links, and the email isn't going out until 8:30, so it should be fine. So we talked about it. So this is, again, midnight.
Yeah.
We're talking about this on Sunday night. And so we talked about it and thought, okay, if somebody wakes up at 3 o'clock in the morning, and they go to our website, which is the only way you'd be able to find it, and they search around for a retreat to see what pops up, and they find
the right one,
I could actually sign up. If you actually did that, you deserve to come to a retreat. If you're going to do that at 3 o'clock in the morning and just searching just to see if maybe you can, what happened was the very first person who found it and signed up, it was at 3:49. 3:49. It's like we almost like put that into the universe that if you're up at 3 o'clock in the morning, 3:49, someone had signed up. And then I don't know what happens if they like call a friend or what happens. And then all of a sudden it was another one who signed, and almost everybody was signing up for 2.
Sure, them and
I'll
their
take 2,
girlfriend.
I'll take 2, I'll take 2, because I'll tell my friend I got it. I got it. And so that's what happened, because then what happened
at 8:30 when the email went out.
Yeah, one was full. Because I got this really nice email from Sandra, who says, I'm curious. Here she is with her waiting list penny for the bag retreat. I'm curious, how could the class be full when I checked it at 8:28 and I thought sign up wasn't until 8:30? So we do feel kind of bad about that. We do feel bad about that. We knew that the bag retreat was going to be really popular.
Yeah.
Because we had people ask and ask and ask. And I think we talked about this last week when we talked about the retreats, but we opted not to have the collage retreat this year. And people were really sad about that. I felt kind of bad.
A lot of people wanted to do that.
I didn't realize that, you know, it has been a really, really popular one. But I want to do a new technique. I want to practice you start with the photo, we draw it, and then we collage something personal, whether it's your house, your flower, your dog, you know, whatever. So I want to try something a little bit different for next year. Collage will come back next year. But anyway, and also we had 2 trips. So we have, we're going to be in Indonesia, and then we have the Alaskan trip in August. And so
well, then you have Egypt in October too.
Egypt, yeah, all kinds of things. So it kind of, and then also we are adding this this bra auction event. We're not really talking about it yet. We want to have all of the details first, but we're actually adding an event where people can come. We'll have an evening. You can stay here. We'll have an evening banquet, and you know, fashion show, and anyway, more to be determined on that. So we wanted to add that, and so we just didn't have enough dates available, because in order for us to host a retreat out there, we take the entire block. We take everything. We take Gate 17, the event center, the condos, the bungalows, Daisy House. We take everything. We eat in one place. We stay in other places. We have to have enough private accommodations for people who just don't do well with roommates, or they want to bring a husband.
Yeah.
And so we take the whole place. So that being said, I have not yet discussed this with Brianna, so we are not ready to make the decision today, but there is an option. We do have one weekend, and it's actually after the bag retreat weekend. So the bag retreat right now is scheduled for the second weekend in June. And then our sunny days, our summer retreat, which is the one that we think of as like for beginners, is the fourth weekend in June.
It's the end, yeah.
The middle, we had two other groups that were originally scheduled. Both of them have canceled. We had one group for Daisy House, one group for Gate 17. Both have canceled and moved to a different date because that weekend is Father's Day weekend.
Oh.
So it's available.
To do a second bag retreat?
Maybe. It's also Father's Day weekend.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
Robert's gone on Mother's Day, so.
I know.
Boom.
We'll have a barbecue. I know. We have people who come on Mother's Day all the time. We always have quilters. It's like, I get to do what I want to do on Mother's Day. You know. So I don't know. So anyway, think about it a little bit, and if that's what we want to do, and if so, it would make the most sense to make it a second bag retreat.
Yeah,
because
that's
we'll
the
be
most
all set
popular.
up. Because we're doing trunk shows, we'll have the trunk show still here. We'll have everything all set up. We will have made the bags, made sure, work out all the kinks for the second retreat. So it makes the most sense, because some people are going to say, ooh, then can we do a collage retreat then? Just the idea of getting everything together. I think it would make sense to do a second bag retreat.
Yeah.
So anyway, think about it, mill it over.
Put in the comments.
Put in the comments. Totally, yes. I really want to do that. And if you really do want to do that, go on and
put yourself on the waiting list.
Do the waiting list, because then we'll know.
Because the waiting list people will be the first people to be able to get the spot if we do a second bag retreat.
And the penny, that just puts it in our system, that then we know that you're here, we know what day you signed up, what time you signed up, and it puts you in line. You also, though, want to do pick up in store. Otherwise, it charges that flat rate $9 shipping, which we're refunding all of that to those of you guys that did that. But anyway, so go on and do the penny for the waiting list for the bag retreat,
right?
And then let us know, and we'll kind of discuss and see if that'll work. But I kind of feel like it probably would.
Yeah, you wouldn't have to change too much.
We probably have to maybe chat with Pa and Robert and see if they feel like that would be okay if we didn't, include them.
They can come do the barbecue.
They need to do the barbecue.
They can come cook for us.
We want to celebrate with you for Father's
Oh, Robert, you want a brisket? Great, make it a big one.
And if you can be gone for Father's Day. So, we'll kind of see. But anyway, so that's one option. But we do apologize for that. We, you just never know.
Every retreat only has 22 spots.
Yeah.
We only do 6 of them. And there's over 170,000 people who watch.
Yeah.
So you never know.
So there's not that many retreats to choose from. I mean, there's not that many spots when you think about the space, and time. And
next year, it won't be live at 12:15 a.m. I'll just have to set an alarm and be here and on time and everything. Why it does have to be to school at 8, so it's probably not horrible for me to be here at 8:30, but it's the unloading.
Well, and maybe it doesn't have to be, maybe it needs to be like that Sunday at 8:30 if it's not always on the 15th or whatever.
Yeah.
Although no, because what if people are in church? I mean, there's the whole, it's 8:30 Pacific time.
But it would be, right in the middle of service other places. Yeah, I don't know.
We'll figure it out.
We'll make it fair next year.
We'll make it fair.
Fairness is important.
Yes. And the other thing, too, that I want to mention, and I mentioned this, I think, when I emailed this gal back, is that the other thing that happens is people are in a little bit of a frenzy to get their spot.
Yeah, there's already been cancellations.
Yeah. They want to get their spot and their friend's spot. I got 2. I got 4. I got all of them. It's like, oh wait, my friends can't come. You know, and that happens every single time. It's like, just get it, because then we will give you a full refund up until 90 days before. So that's what happens. Is it's a bit of a feeding frenzy at first, and that's why you want to be
because they're so excited they just bought, and then they forget, oh, that's my niece's bachelor party or
a wedding
shower or whatever it is. You then
our
forget
vacation.
Wrong
I'll be gone.
weekend.
Yeah. It happens all the time.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's like a lottery, and all of these winners, and then they don't want it anyway.
Let us know if there's any scalpers out there.
Yes,
we got your back.
Yes. Would that'd be like fun, right? To send a scalper tickets to.
Might have to frame the first one that we got notified of a scalper.
I know. What? That would be fun. That'd be terrible.
It'd be exciting though. It's like your first $1 for a scalper.
That's right. All right, let's see. All right, so, and then the other thing too, we are starting to get blocks.
Ooh, exciting!
For Harper. Yes, remember to put in your note so that we know you're blocked. And if you want to put in a little note to Harper. I know. And then this is from
Springy and lovely.
our friend Linda Roberts from Coulee City.
She was busy.
She did a bunch. Yeah, she did a bunch. We almost need
shuffle
to.
blocks.
Yeah.
I could always make that into its
all
own
of these
quilt.
together. Well, because somebody else asked if Harper has a sister, because we said, well, we'll just make however many quilts there are.
Yeah.
And
then
so
I can
same
send
thing,
them to
maybe her
Donna,
mom can
and
have
Donna
one,
can
and-
maybe she's got a best bud down the hall or something too.
yeah, because
Spread
if
the love.
she's in Ronald McDonald House, my
She's got
guess too
friends.
is there's just friends. There's other little girls and boys that are.
Need to spread the love. Yeah. So
Their
I'll
own
make as many
issues.
as I can. I'm thinking like on top of a twin, nothing super crazy.
Yeah.
Because it needs to
It needs
fit
to
in the
be
hospital.
nappable.
Yeah, it needs to fit in the hospital and then possibly however she wants to when she gets home. And then, my guess is we're going to have quite a few quilts. And I'll let Donna and Harper
can
decide,
decide
what
what she's
she
gonna do with
wants to keep and if she wants to give some love. I'm sure she will. I'm sure
she will. I'm guessing all of those presents she's going to be sharing.
she's sharing for sure. Yeah. Love
Yeah,
it.
I think
How
so, too.
cool.
I know. So they're starting to come in. So just remember to make sure and put your information so that we can
Yes.
attach that also. And then also tomorrow is tomorrow at 11 Pacific time.
Yes, we will be live on YouTube going over the last little need to knows about the temperature quilt. So we have everything to show you and putting together my little temperature thing so you'll actually see it in real life, how it's supposed to look. We have a trick maybe for you, those of you that aren't number people. I wasn't a number person, so the trick Mom had was pretty good about counting to make sure she had enough and to make it easier, but so we'll do all of that. So if you aren't going to be able to attend the live or you have some questions that you really want answered, make sure those are emailed over today to info@fabricpatch.net so we answer those questions. Or while we're live, I'll have the computer so I can go over questions because we'll answer all those. So we can start sewing our temperature quilt in February.
And a lot of you guys have had questions about finding your temperatures because a lot of people said, well, I'm too old also. No. All of your information is found. So Brianna has little tricks on, and it's the NWAA, is that right? The National Weather, I don't know. Anyway, we have the links for that. We'll share all of that and maybe even put the link below for where to go. And you just have to, you can even just Google it. Just type into your Google bar, 1964 temperatures in, Quincy, Washington, or, whatever, wherever it was. And it'll come up. It's funny that all of that information is available. So, so that's tomorrow. Let's see. And then I think that's about...
And we're only going to be live for about an hour is all we're planning on. Nothing more than an hour because we know it's probably going to be in the middle of someone or during a break. So we won't do it more than an hour, but we'll try to get all those questions answered.
And then when we do the live sewing every month, we're planning on 90 minutes roughly. Is sewing together, chit-chatting while we're sewing. I'm going to actually be at my sewing machine and we'll be chatting while we're sewing and kind of just hanging out a little bit, which will be kind of fun. Which is why it'd be really fun to be able to to do it live, and that's why I think we're kind of going to stick with that 11 o'clock time, just because it
Around
works.
the world, everyone works.
Around the world, it's like 9 p.m. somewhere, 6 a.m. another place, so it's not great, but at least it's nobody is 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
So even though we know you're up and looking for retreats at 2 o'clock in the morning.
And see what's out.
Yes. All right, and I think that might be about it. Paul, last night, I've been in my office trying to get year-end stuff done, and I walked out, and he was watching Sunday box opening.
Oh! Why?
I don't know. I said, what are you
Does
doing?
he not get enough of us on a regular basis?
I don't know.
Apparently.
I asked him, I said, what are you doing? And he says, well, I just want to see.
What were you told? Who was
And I said, well, why do you want to watch? He said, well, I just want to see what you guys are talking about. And I thought, doggone it, somebody. So see, somebody's telling him. Because why else would he? But the funny thing was, he wasn't watching the right one. So,
Thank goodness.
Did your bud not tell you which episode it was?
Send you the link.
It wasn't that one. That one's going to be super boring. That one is just about the fact that my pictures are on your phone.
Which the moment he showed me, he was like, I don't know, he was in there doing that. Look at this, Mom and her phone. I should never give her my old phone. And these are all hers. There's not a finger picture that's mine.
Delete them. And you know what else is funny? And I didn't realize this, but his pictures are on my phone.
Of wood and nails.
They're so boring.
Temperatures.
His pictures are so boring. But you know what's really funny? You know what he takes pictures of? So I do the whole screenshot thing of something I want to remember or whatever. And he does shopping pictures.
Shopping pictures. Oh, like at Home Depot?
Yeah, like at Home Depot. Home Depot. He'll do a picture of, there was something in here. There was like 3 things that I saw, and I thought, oh, that's fun. I'm going to have to like snoop through his phone.
You might be able to see what he wants.
Father's Day. It's like, oh, did you want that? So it's funny. I don't know why he takes pictures if he's thinking, oh, it's all what? $339 here. Let's see where it is.
Oh,
there.
maybe.
So I think that might be what he's doing, because he's a little bit of a price shopper. But and this is a funny thing, and don't judge me for this, but Pa does not have an Amazon app on his phone.
I'm about ready to delete Robert's.
Right?
Yeah. That boy. It's like, what is this, Robert? Is that an Amazon package? It has my name on it, so it's mine. No, it's mine. I bought it. It's like, what is it? Put your own name on it, so we can actually like count boxes.
Doesn't have one. When he needs something, it's like, oh, we need to order, and it's always pretty, innocuous things. Some sort of a weird light bulb, or I had to order some sort of a heater fan.
Yeah.
He had the part number, and so we looked it up, and we'd look at my phone. It's like, that's okay. I mean, I never say no, but it's way easier than him just. Oh wait, and what's this?
You get my tire?
Yeah. Ooh, sign me up.
It's
Auto ship. Yes.
Right.
No. So it is nice that he's a price shopper and takes pictures, and then
Yeah.
it can be contained just a little bit. But anyways,
The worldwide world.
I know. Don't judge me for that. It's it's just
safer for everybody.
It's safer for everyone. It's safer because whenever there's something that has to be returned, I would have to do that. Mm-hmm. He returns things all the time. So
Yes.
anyway.
All right.
All right. I guess we're good. So tonight we have box opening tonight.
Yes.
Temperature quilt tomorrow.
A throwback Thursday tomorrow. I think we've got figured
Thursday. Oh yeah, there's some fun things. Yeah, there's some fun things. Yeah. You'll want to, because who was it? Jan, I think a couple times. What happened to the Quilters Select box? She had asked a couple times.
So
It's like,
fast.
I know.
Even
and that's
the
what
springs
happens.
from, was it Sunday's box? I mean, the springs really fast. I mean, I have like the basic pattern, but you have to be able to get the spring, which you can still get. You can get directly from Lazy Girl, Fat Quarter Shop Girl. But I don't have the springs. But I had a couple people on notes. Hey, is there any springs left? I was like, oh, sorry,
Yeah, sorry.
I only had like 4 or 5.
And all we're thinking is that as we go around the shop and we're cleaning things up, there might be some stuff that it's still perfectly fantastic and you can find for regular price in other shops. We're just downsizing a little bit. We just have stuff. If you've been here, I mean, it is overwhelming the amount of stuff that's in this store, and we're just like, oh, let's get rid of the stuff in this corner and the stuff in
I'd
this
have
corner.
to say anything.
It's brand new stuff.
Fabric excluded, nothing notion-wise or whatever that we're getting
old.
rid of, or discontinued. Like
No.
the springs and stuff, I can still order from our Notion
Yeah.
distributor. We just don't want it in our shop anymore. So your local quilt shop,
We're over it.
We're over it. So your local quilt shop can totally get it for you.
Yeah.
So nothing that we are showing except, again, fabric. Fabric is different, whereas once it's here, it's usually gone. They're not going to reprint it. Nothing is discontinued or hard to get anyway. If there is something weird like that, we'll tell you. Just say, hey, we don't think we can get this anymore. Like Yellow Brick Road. Happy Hollow Designs. We know she has closed her business. She retired. She's out, and we know we will never get those back again. But we'll let you know if that happens. But.
Yeah. So we've got some fun things that as we've been cleaning, it's like I can't find a home for this. We're going to clearance it. So and so you do want to. What time is it going up tomorrow? Let's see if we're doing our temperature quilt.
I usually
11,
do it about
5.
I'll do it at 5. I'll keep it easy. I was trying to do it at 2, but I feel like that's kind of a hard time, especially if we're temperature quilting.
To make money for fabric.
Yeah, so we'll do it at 5. We'll do Throwback Thursdays at 5, and then Wednesday box openings at 5. Sunday box openings at 12:30. We'll just keep it easy.
So it'll be at 5. So because what was my point going to be?
Limited quantity.
The limited quantities, because it might be something that we don't have very many of. And this is what happens: is that when you put it in your cart, there's a potential if somebody else has it in their cart. 5 people might all have it in their cart at the same time, and you wouldn't have any way of knowing that until the first person who pays for it takes it out of everyone else's cart.
Right.
And what happens is within a 60-second period of time, if 2 people pay for it, 2 people think they got it, but we go by whoever got it
because
first.
okay, so I don't know where my camera clicked off. Sorry.
Hopefully, yeah. What happened was all of a sudden she noticed that it said that her memory card was full.
Yeah. I don't know.
If you missed something, it's just gone for good now. So I don't know what we were talking about.
The website. But
the website. Yes. All right.
Okay. But,
I guess that's probably it. All right. So we'll see you tonight for box opening.
Yep. And then tomorrow morning
Twice tomorrow.
Yeah. Whoosh. It's just a busy week this week.
It is a busy week. And we're still... new carpeting today. The last of the carpeting today. Oh, I was going to talk about this.
Oh, the one behind us. Oh, yeah, that's why.
Sorry, that's right. We picked this. So this is what we're doing in the Sunny Days retreat.
This is the Boston Commons.
This is the Boston Commons that we're going to do. So the Sunny Days retreat is the one that we think of as kind of like our beginning. Which doesn't have to be. If you're intermediate or advanced quilter, it doesn't make any difference. But this is the one that we're going to do because we're going to talk about cutting, pressing, nestling.
And this one's really cool because I did solid squares and 4 patches to do my transition color. You can do all squares and no 4 patches. Yeah. You can choose not to do the whole color run story. It can just be purple, pink, purple, pink, purple, pink. It doesn't matter.
It can be Puse.
It can be Puse. It can be anything you want, but it's just a fun, different one. And then we'll have out all of the patterns, or if you need fabric stuff, all that. We won't have that actually going out in your emails until after Mom makes it back from Indonesia. You're gonna try to do it before that?
No, I know better. But I'm gonna try to at least send a quick little, hey, super looking forward to it. Here's a few things you need to know.
Maybe
just
for
a little hello
stuff
for everyone, and then probably not until I get back. Which I think we arrive back like February 10th or something, then I'll send out a little thing so that you know your pattern and fabric and all of the stuff that you need. And so, we'll discuss that. So if you don't hear from me right away, but you'll hear from me this week, within the week. Okay. But then you'll have from me after that. But anyway, that's what this is. This is our Boston Commons, the one that we're going to do for the class. And you can make it as big or as little as you want. Doesn't matter, whatever color. But we're going to talk about color. So we'll talk about all of those things. Color, theory, cutting, pressing, piecing, borders, even machine quilting. Yeah, we'll talk about all of those things for a beginner quilter. It would be great. So anyway.
All right. Awesome.
All right. Now.
Bye.
See you tonight.
Thank you for watching our video. We invite you to leave a comment, hit the like button, or better yet, subscribe to our channel so you never miss an episode. You can also visit our Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, or Pinterest pages, or find all of those things and our online store at fabricpatch.net.